Yo, yo, yo. What's good, everyone? Another Sunday night with your boys, the Island Boys. Welcome to another show of Island Boys Football Talk. I'm Sweetie, one of your hosts, repping the Carolina Panthers. Keep pounding. We got our two other hosts, C Money and K Jizzle. They'll be here shortly. We got a lot to talk about tonight since we've been on since Tuesday. A lot of stuff been happening. Free agencies just keeps on rolling. And we have a solution to the Deshaun Watson sweepstakes. And it's a solution that kind of caught everyone by surprise for the three NFC teams: the Carolina Panthers, the New Orleans Saints, and the Atlanta Falcons. Kind of bittersweet about it, but I'll go more into detail about it later in the show. But I hope everyone had a good weekend and a good week so far, and everyone is ready for a new week ahead. But until the guys come, I'll talk some Carolina Panthers news. So we lost out on Deshaun Watson. How do I feel? Kind of a bittersweet moment, to be honest. I feel good in terms of we're building the team, and I like all the free agency moves, but I feel bad because we don't have a quarterback. We would have had our franchise quarterback because Deshaun Watson is a elite franchise quarterback. So I feel bad to a certain extent, but I'm still happy that we're building our team and everything is going well. When it comes to Deshaun Watson, we saw what it was. He chose the Cleveland Browns. Um, it kind of caught everyone by surprise because the Browns were actually the first team that said that Deshaun Watson actually told that you're out of the running. And then the Panthers were the second team. And then it came down to the Saints and the Falcons. The Saints and the Falcons were doing a lot of transactions, moving around money, clearing up cap. The Matt Ryan sweepstakes would have helped clear the cap for Atlanta. And then New Orleans, they were over the cap, but Mickey Loomis got everything done under the cap, did what they have to do. And we all thought this weekend self that Deshaun Watson would have gotten to be Atlanta Falcon or New Orleans Saints. And then bam, just out of the blue, first team he said, thanks for coming, but keep going. He signed 5 years, $230 million, fully guaranteed. 5 years, $230 million, fully guaranteed. I'll repeat that again. 5 years, $230 million, fully guaranteed. The Cleveland Browns gave up three first round picks, I think a fourth round pick, and they swapped fifth round picks and then gave him a contract of 5 years, $230 million, which signals the end of Baker Mayfield in Cleveland. When Shane and KG comes on, we'll talk more about what we think about where's Baker's next move. But Deshaun Watson is a Cleveland Brown. Looking at the roster, you got Nick Chubb, you got Kareem Hunt, you got Amari Cooper, you got David Njoku, you got Donovan Peoples Jones. They still want to do some stuff on the offensive side, get some more playmakers for Deshaun Watson. But no, the Browns, in my opinion, are right there to the top with the rest of that AFC conference. Because if you look at the AFC conference by itself, not even a conference, let's just look at the division. You now have Deshaun Watson, which is an all pro elite level quarterback for the Browns, which has an overall good team. All right, we got Shane in the building.
That's right.
What's good? What's good?
I just here getting together, getting myself together.
All right, I was just giving our fans a quick overall regroup of since we've been on since Tuesday, what's been happening.
Deshaun
And
Watson.
that's what I was talking to our fans about. Deshaun Watson going to Cleveland when everyone thought it was either New Orleans or
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
I never thought it was Atlanta because I didn't see how Atlanta were gonna be able to work it out. You know.
Well,
And
when you look at it, what their sales pitch, everyone had a sales pitch. Cleveland's sales pitch was let's head. That gives you a chance to compete. No, if you look at the roster, it's a chance to compete. No, same thing for New Orleans. The roster is built to contend. No, Carolina's pitch was you get the keys to the city. You'll be the face of the franchise. You went school at Clemson. You'll have CMC and a few others. Atlanta's pitch was why get close to home when you can be home, which is he lives Gainesville, Georgia.
yep.
Let's just come home. I heard for his meeting with Atlanta, they took him out and got some boneless wings and everything. It was like a homeboy thing, like welcome home, son. You've been away for so long. You're coming back. Um, he and Arthur Blanks are really close from his time being the ball boy for Atlanta. So it was almost like a feel good story. He told the Bronx, thanks for coming, but you're no longer here. Then he told the Panthers, thanks for coming, but you're no longer here. And then everyone was like, ooh, who's it going to be? The Saints or the Falcons? You saw the Saints making moves to clear cap. You saw the Falcons tell Matt Ryan, we're going to do what's right by you. We're going to head you up once we get Deshaun Watson to a place of your choice. And then boom, he goes to Cleveland for 5 years, $230 million fully guaranteed. 5 years, $230 million fully guaranteed. I'll repeat that again. 5 years, $230 million fully guaranteed, not with incentives, fully guaranteed.
And
No,
I think that's what broke the camel back.
but that's my thing because now it makes me look at Deshaun Watson in a different perspective because I know he went through his stuff in Houston, then he has the looming 22 civil lawsuits, but when he met with all four, they had a report that he was torn to decide because all four presented really good sales pitch to him. He was torn to choose because he was impressed with everyone. He wasn't torn with anyone. He was just waiting to see. He was just calling everyone. Yeah, how's the money looking here? Yeah, you gonna guarantee this? Yeah, you gonna give me extra? In the Panthers case, the Panthers wouldn't guarantee the fourth and fifth years in the contract. He wanted all 5 years to be fully guaranteed. The Panthers said, "Hell no, we're not gonna guarantee you the fourth and fifth year." So Deshaun said, all right, thanks for coming. You wasn't doing this based on your heart. You was doing this based on your money. That's the problem that Parsons got with the Deshaun Watson sweepstakes. Because the Saints, you wanted to win, you'd have gone to the Saints. You wanted to go home, you'd have gone to the Falcons. From time the Bronx say, I'm gonna guarantee everything for you and I'm gonna give you the five years, he jumped ship. Because that was the first team he knocked off his list. So it was all about the money to him,
I
basically.
got
And like I say, I'm not gonna bash somebody for making $230 million, but don't make it seem like you was choosing with your heart. I don't want to hear that.
it.
You wasn't choosing with your heart. If you chose with your heart, you'd have chose Atlanta. No matter what you think, he would have chose Atlanta. He chose with his mind to see which checkbook gonna be the most. I think only Cleveland guaranteed the full 5 years and guaranteed everything in the contract. And then to make matters worse, when Cleveland publicly told Baker's agents, we're gonna try and upgrade our quarterback, Baker put that thank you ad out, and there was reports that even if the Bronx did whiff on Cleveland, Baker was gonna sit out until he gets traded. So that made Cleveland go even more on Deshaun Watson because they recognize that they're in a predicament. No Deshaun Watson, no Baker. He wasn't gonna play. He was gonna sit out and force his way out. Are we okay with Baker doing that? I think he's a little bitchy for it because he's under contract. If your play was that good, you would have never been in this situation.
I think so too. I think he being like a spoiled brat. You know,
Yep.
I think so what if a team go out and throw them like we were saying last year, throw them shot at Deshaun and see what's what.
Exactly.
You never know what the outcome gonna be. And then when they came up and said, yeah, we ain't really going after Deshaun, you pull a bitch move and talk about I ain't playing. I don't. You know the bridges are already burnt. I ain't that. I'm like, really, dude, this is business.
Well, let's look at it this way. He's been in the league 4 years now.
Mm-hmm.
What has he accomplished for those 4 years?
He ain't accomplished much.
So can he honestly go to us and say that he's a better quarterback than Deshaun Watson?
Never. I don't think so.
Exactly. So I don't know what he's bitching about.
I
Because
guess
if you look at it, he's the reason why OBJ and Jarvis Landry in Cleveland.
right.
It's not them. It's he.
Mm-hmm.
He's the reason.
Proven. That's proven.
Yep. He's also the reason why the Browns only made that little playoff run last year and everything else has been mediocre. He has no excuse because they built the line to protect him. You have two Pro Bowl running backs, which is and Hunt. You had OBJ, Jarvis Landry, Austin Hooper, David and Njoku, and you still made no way out of it. You still got no. You know how many persons would like to have all of those on their team, and he had it, and it was nowhere there. So we can say that he's been. I call him an average quarterback. I like to see him throw some throws, but to me, he's an average quarterback. So he can't be angry that teams that Cleveland said we're gonna take our shot at Deshaun. And no, he wants to pick where he wants to go.
He don't have that clout.
And that's my thing. At the end of the day, if I was Cleveland, I would say, hey, listen here. You know you're under contract. You got to do what we say. You saw in the contract. You don't have no trade clause like Deshaun Watson. Now ship your ass to wherever you want.
He don't even have the clout to demand where he wants to go. He don't have that clout.
Exactly.
He don't have that. It's not. He don't have that power. They ain't. Yo, go from here.
They don't have to. They don't have to do right by you. I see, and that's my thing. I feel all those progressive commercials he do get to your head. You worry about progressive commercials when you can't progress on the field. So now that Deshaun Watson saga is finally over, he's a Cleveland Brown. That team immediately becomes a very scary team to match up in a already very scary division in the AFC North. Because now with Deshaun and the Helms, you got Cleveland and Baltimore. How do they match up with those three are like a triangle? The only thing I'll knock Steelers for is that do we trust Trubisky? You don't. I don't.
I don't.
So he can. I don't see how he matches up to a Joe Burrow, a Lamar Jackson, and Deshaun Watson because Lamar's gonna be the next one to get something similar to that contract, and Joe Burrow will eventually get that contract too when it's time to extend him. So those three teams have three elite quarterbacks, and as we've been talking about on the shows, just look at the whole conference in general. We could name some quarterbacks out there that we'd be terrified of. You got a whole AFC West: Mahomes, Russell, Herbert, Carr. You got Burrow, Deshaun, Lamar. You got Josh Allen. Who else we got? I think that's it.
I think that's it.
That's it. That's eight quarterbacks there.
Yeah, up and comers, but you don't know yet if they're gonna prove out.
Right.
You got Trevor, you got Mac Jones. You know what I'm saying? Mac Jones ain't look
Trevor,
bad in his
Mac
rookie season.
Jones, Zach Wilson, who you say you think
Right?
could do good.
I think so.
You still got Tua. If he could turn it around, he could be scary still. You got veteran in Tannehill, but the team is very good too.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like the Colts now, the Colts' biggest weakness is the Colts ready to win, but they got nobody on the center.
Need a quarterback.
Did the
And
Colts pull the trigger on the Jimmy G or Matt Ryan?
I don't think Matt Ryan and Trey Black anymore. I think you gotta keep Matt Ryan on the team.
Well, from what I'm seeing in Atlanta, is Atlanta has tried to right the ship right with Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan could easily say, "I don't want to play my last year in the NFL on a team that gonna go 4 or 5 wins.
Mm-hmm.
Trade me out, do me right. Let me go to the Colts that I know gonna protect me, and let's go." So I don't. He could be going over there, or like you say, are they gonna pull the trigger on Jimmy G? They need a quarterback, and no rookie quarterback gonna help them win now.
Yep.
So we got to see what. I don't think Indianapolis is done. I think something will come up this week on Indianapolis. Like you said, Jimmy G is doing the surgery and everything, so they kind of probably holding off to see how he recovers.
Could be.
And then when you look, Brissett signed a 1 year deal with Cleveland, so Deshaun may miss about, if he does get suspended, about 6 games.
I think
You
four
got
to six.
kicked
Yeah, I think 4 to 6 games.
4 to 6. So then you got Brissett that will start with. He's a proven backup.
Yeah.
He could get the job done. A game manager. If you're Cleveland and you go 3-3 in those 6 games, then you're still good for Deshaun to come back and do what you got to do. So looking at a whole AFC, like we talked about, it's a quarterback mountain up there. Which one gonna stay up top? Hmm. And then just tonight, Gerald Everett, the tight end,
Yeah.
he signed with the Chargers. So that's another weapon for Justin Herbert to throw around with. So I don't know. From a Panthers point of view, how do I feel about it? Like I told the fans, our fans, before you came on, it's kind of bittersweet. Yes, I would have loved to have him because he's that good of a player. But then I'm kind of sad that we don't have him. I'm actually kind of relieved that it's over. But based on what the Panthers have done now that they know they can't get Deshaun Watson, I'm actually really happy because they're building a team. And I think this isn't Matt Rule doing this. This is Scott Fitterer, the GM,
Mm-hmm.
doing this. And I'm really pleased to see what they've been doing, which I'll go more on in the show later about the Panthers. So I like that. I like that that's happening. But what's your take on the whole Deshaun Watson? I gave the fans my whole take on the Deshaun Watson stuff. What's your take on the Deshaun Watson saga?
I like you too. I'm glad it over. I'm glad for him.
Yeah.
I'm glad you don't have that NFL thing to worry about, especially with me with a quarterback on my hands that I want to trade to free up some cap space. We already know what he was gonna get because you saw what Russell got, and he's a younger player. I think he in his prime. He's in his prime, not like
Mhm.
Russell who's going. I
20,
mean, he's still good, but he's going down in
yeah.
his prime.
26 years old.
Right. So you command now a 5 year, $230 million deal, guaranteed money. That means you could cut me tomorrow, and you still
Ain't
got to give me
guaranteed.
$230 million. Bravo to Cleveland for that, but I hope it work out. You know?
Yeah. Cause they're tied to that like you say, you got Miles Garrett on a team that you just paid like 120 million to.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to pay Chubb. You're gonna have to pay your whole offensive lineman. You gotta pay Denzel Ward. Where you getting this cap from? And I just see that them said they're trying to get back to David Clowney and Jarvis Landry. So where you getting all this? Oh, actually this year his cap is only about 10 million.
Mm-hmm.
So the cap goes high next year.
But the thing is that they can't even restructure his contract because it's all guaranteed money he has.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't set yourself 5 years. That's it. This is it. This is it. 5 years. You can, you usually sign your quarterback to a big deal like this, and then year 2, year 3, when you need more position players, you go restructure and you give him something else what he want and stuff like that. But This is it. And I glad he get his money. Like you say, I think his head was always in the money. 'Cause I think that was a big part of the play too. Was he wanted guaranteed money?
Yeah, I think he was looking for financial security.
Right. He wanted guaranteed money. A lot of teams didn't want to give him the guaranteed money. I think his lowest was the 4 years, 4 year guarantee. Is what he was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was looking for 4 years guaranteed. Was the least he was looking for, and nobody was want to give him the 4 years. And Cleveland went ahead and made a jump and gave him 5.
Mm-hmm.
So he take that, and you know,
Because
I would have taken it too.
from a Carolina standpoint, the main argument for him was they only guaranteed him the first 3 years.
Right.
Most quarterback contracts, you guarantee the first three, and then the fourth and fifth you kind of move the money to see if you can cut, trade, and restructure. The first three are guaranteed. As you say, to guarantee him the 5 years, he'll be 31 when when that contract is up. If
21.
he goes if he goes to the final year of the contract, maybe they may extend him again. But he wanted guaranteed money. His thing to Carolina was if you guarantee the fourth year and the fifth year, I'll come to Carolina. Was Carolina? As far as I know, the owner is the one that said, "I don't want to. I'm not committing to the 5 years." It
Right.
wasn't the GM or the head coach. David Tepper was the one that actually said it's too big of a risk to commit full 5 years, and that's what Deshaun said. Thanks, but I think I'm gonna look at the other teams. And can I? Is it the price to pay for a franchise quarterback? The 5 years, 230 mil. I probably would have taken a gamble, or I may not. I had to be in the room there to actually see if I would have taken it. But then, like you say, for a team like Carolina, they got a lot of holes. Deshaun wasn't just gonna fix the whole team. I prefer that we just build up the team how we're doing now. A team like Cleveland can take that gamble because Cleveland, they got no choice but to win now.
Right.
And they got no choice but to win. And looking at their roster, if we go through the whole roster, they anything outside of probably the AFC Championship game is a disappointment, and they can't even make the playoffs. Well, with Baker, if you look at the team, you got to try to go. They're trying to win. That's all it is. The pressure is on Stefanski, Andrew Berry, the GM, and I can't remember what's the owner of the Cleveland. But I think it's Haslam. Can't remember what's the owner of the Browns. What's the owner of the Browns name? Jizzle. It's
Buying
Haslam.
show. I
I think
think
it's
it's
Jimmy.
Haslam.
It's Jimmy
I think it's
Haslam.
Jimmy Haslam, yeah.
Jimmy had probably the pressures on them to produce with that team that they have. So they gotta make that tough decision. They obviously knew Baker was limited. He couldn't carry them to the Super Bowl. Not with that team. We can't waste that team right now. They in win no mode. I think the Saints and the Browns were win no mode to get Deshaun Watson and do everything. But if he went to the Saints again, that would have been a cap catastrophe for the next few years down the road. Cleveland, like you say, Shane, gonna have to handle what them do from here. They'll have Miles Garrett for about 6 more years. They'll have
Denzel Ward.
Deshaun they'll have Denzel Ward. The line is still going. I know they let go of JC Trotter, the center. I'm sure they'll draft a center or something, but they still got the line.
Draft.
Oh, with the second round pick, yeah, I mean, your center is still good in the second and third round.
They mean
They
get
ain't got
that
no
one?
first. No, only the fourth. They give up 3 firsts, a fourth, and a fifth, and they swap the fifth.
And I was told my fifth.
So I think it's a fourth. I'll check it again, but they still got a second. You draft a center, or you pick up a center after free agency.
Mm-hmm.
But their team they want to win now, and they think Deshaun Watson can do it. And the missing piece was guaranteeing him the 5 years because three of us were always talking about it. We said that if Deshaun signs to someone by Thursday, we are going to jump online. We're going to jump back on the show and come.
Yeah.
But he caught all of us by surprise. We expected
Looking
a
for the
pick,
Browns there.
but we didn't expect the Browns. Because I was at work when all you guys started messaging, and I was like, okay, he picked somebody. So I was expecting the Falcons or the Saints. And then when I look at the Browns, I said, but wait, the Browns, that was the first person he tell he all could have run. But they said the Bronx kept in contact with him even though they were out of the running. And then that Baker Mayfield drama only fueled them to see maybe they were the ones that said too, I'm not gonna guarantee the fourth and fifth years.
Right.
And with Baker Mayfield uncertainty, they probably said, all right, we're gonna do it.
Well,
The
you know
money
that's not
tax, but
when you know.
that money the tax too, because when they said they were gonna give him that money, he said, "Why not?"
And that's what I mean, because what me and Shane were talking about, the issue was with Carolina was they didn't want to guarantee the fourth and fifth years. Nobody don't really guarantee past 3 years.
Right.
I think that was probably the issue with Cleveland too. Cleveland's job was they weren't going to guarantee past 3 years. The Saints and the Falcons was he always going to be home, so he could take whatever. The Saints, it was a winning culture. The team was ready to go. Cleveland was more out of the picture in terms of location and everything. But from the time you guarantee the fourth and fifth year, you immediately knew it was a money thing. It was strictly about money. It was never about the heart, where the heart wants to go. If he wanted, if it was about the heart, he'd have go
He went to
Carolina or Atlanta one
Atlanta.
time.
Atlanta,
Yeah.
yeah.
If he so wanted to be home and next to his mom and those stuff, he'd have picked Carolina, which is an hour away or 2 hours away, or Atlanta. If it was
Right.
about the heart.
It could have never been more the heart because in Houston, he mother ain't never missed a game, eh? So I mean, he's a fly mother out there to watch the games. Put her up. It no matter what he
Exactly.
play, he can play him out over there to watch the games. Put her up. That's what I'm saying. That man was after his financial career, which
Cause
was
then,
guaranteed
cause
I
money on
agree.
his job. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
cause this, like I said, there's more than likely he's gonna get suspended this season for a few games. We
And
don't
I
know how
hope it's only
much.
a few games. I hope they don't try and make an example of him and suspend him for the year
They,
because he was found not guilty of all the charges. But you know how the NFL act.
yeah, they're gonna
Yeah,
still
just
sentence him to something, but
maybe
I don't think
For the
that
for the
he
for
should.
a
the
4 game suspension, maybe.
yeah, for the conduct policy, right?
Yeah, he'll probably get six, which I appeal will bring it
Which
down to four.
yeah, I think six is the max
Right,
they get on a conduct.
right. He'll get six, appeal it, and they'll probably drop it to four. But I think minimum four, maximum six. He'll have to do without for now. But I
But
mean,
if my team had make that deal, I'd have vomit. I'd have vomit because I don't know that dog. That's people are saying when we trade our three first round picks for Trey Lance, we stifle our team. But 5 years, 230 mil guaranteed. You can't reconstruct that. You can't touch that. You can't even go to him and tell him, cut you, save me some money. Nah.
If
I'm
Trey Lance is who they think he is, you can have to give him that contract later on.
well. Remember,
No, no.
remember what?
You ain't got no
What?
guarantee, 230 mil
All
guarantee.
right.
Well,
If you ain't touch
Mahomes
money,
contract is all guaranteed.
no,
uh-uh.
You not guaranteed.
no. 10 years, 400 mil. You got ways to walk around like that. See,
Okay, okay.
the thing about it is you're gonna put somebody at 10 years, but the guarantee is only about from 3 4 years.
Right.
And then after that, you can restructure, you could cut, you could do this, you could renegotiate, do a full extension again, and those kind of stuff. That's a cap purpose thing. The problem with with the Shans one is it was never a cap purpose thing. So that's the problem. So teams would try to give you like a 7 year deal with like opt out options like voids. You can
Right.
void the years like I think it's called Cousins and those guys. You'll add extra years to it for cap purposes. But because they're fully guaranteed, his is almost like Kirk Cousins thing Jizzle. Remember Kirk Cousins was fully guaranteed.
Oh, full guaranteed there.
The only thing they could do is say like the signing bonus, but you can't even do that because the problem with that is because it's fully guaranteed, he has to get all the money. There's no incentives in it or
Right.
base salary. His cap hit is 30 something million guaranteed for sure. Like Stafford, they kept restructuring Stafford, not Stafford. They kept restructuring what's his name, Matt Ryan contract. So you see where they leave him now. Matt
Yeah.
Ryan in that final year of that contract, and he got a cap it of 45 million.
Mm-hmm.
Can't get out of it.
Can't
So
get out of it there.
they'll tell you that Aaron Rodgers' contract is 4 years, 200 million. It ain't fully guaranteed. They said that like the last 2 years in that contract is only there for cap purposes. So if they could cut him and don't take a big cap hit, he'll get it if he's like on the roster by a certain day, plays a certain amount of games and those kind of
Right.
stuff. But Deshaun's one is he can sit out for zero for all 16 games. He'll still got to get the money.
You still have to get the
He's,
money.
he still got to get it.
But I think they're gonna cut him for 16 games. They're gonna, I mean, sit him for 16 games. Probably gonna sit him for 4 games.
No, no, no. I mean to say, like, if something were to happen to him or anything, it's
Oh,
still
yeah, yeah,
all
yeah. He's
fully.
still gonna get that money. But
It's
that's good
not
though,
like,
because well, I think basketball contract is guaranteed. Baseball contract is guaranteed. You know what I mean? These players putting their bodies on the line every Sunday. Their contract should be guaranteed too.
yeah. And I like I said, look, I ain't got no problem that he do it. The problem that I looking at is like it's the same thing with Christian Cook. You were setting the market for a lot of other teams.
Right.
So if Christian Cook could make 4 years, 84 million for doing nothing in the first 5 years of his career, what do you think you're gonna have to pay somebody that actually better than Christian Cook?
Yeah,
So
that's
we
true.
just we just had to give DJ Moore a 3 year, $61 million extension. That's 20 billion. Whether or not he deserve it or not is debatable. The problem is DJ Moore going to UNC or Christian Cook just get in. I got way better stats than Christian Cook. That's everyone's argument. No.
Right,
I got
exactly.
way better stats than Christian Cook. So if I was a receiver, I licking my chops and saying like a Debo, DJ Moore who just get his extension. Those people are up for extension.
Right.
But I go into my GM or whoever and I say, wait, you can't pay me under Christian Cook because look at my stats. I way better than Christian Cook.
Agreed.
He just reset the market for the wide receivers. And I sure a lot of GMs gonna be real pissed about that because he don't want it, but the Jaguars give it to him. No, that comes back to the same thing that we were saying, Jizzle. Deshaun Watson, 5 years, 230 million guaranteed. What do you think Lamar Jackson going to do now? Lamar
Yeah.
Jackson going for
He's
his
going for like
extension and say,
yeah,
exactly. I don't care how much years it is, but you got to guarantee more than 230 million.
No, man,
exactly.
I can't see how you can come in there now and think that. I don't think everybody can come in there and think they should be able to get that amount of guaranteed money. No.
Well, where do you rank Lamar in terms of the Deshaun Watsons and so I rank Lamar up there.
In salary, yeah, but I don't see how you could think you're gonna get the same guaranteed money.
But that's why everyone that quarterback was like the Ravens can't afford to lose Lamar. There's certain teams that can't
That's
afford
true.
to lose certain quarterbacks.
That's true.
So guess what? Deshaun Watson, yeah, we know he's a really good talent. Has he done anything in terms of not to say accolades, teamwork? He hasn't made the playoffs. It's not a result of his bad play. It's just the team. But Lamar has carried his team to the AFC Championship. I think some of those
Not that AFC champ. I think they went to the divisional round. I think the championship game.
the divisional round. He was an MVP.
He was an MVP. He was a league
Exactly.
MVP. Second year in the league, he was a league MVP.
He's improving as a passer. No, we know he could do with his
Agreed.
feet.
He's
Lamar's
a dynamic
yeah.
skill set. You're not giving that away.
Lamar's argument is gonna be, I want 8 years, 350 million, but 230 gotta be guaranteed.
That's true.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's true.
So like, you gotta be really happy and then really sad, like a Las Vegas and Cincy. They're really happy that their quarterbacks are rookie deals, but guess what? They're gonna be sad when it's time to extend because Justin Hubbard wants 300 million,
Yeah.
and Burrow gonna want 300 million. So I like that. I ain't hurting nobody for getting that money. Everybody need to make that money. But in terms of the business of football, he just mock up a lot of teams that gotta go sign quarterbacks with big extensions. The good thing is Jalen Hurts never gotta get 230 million, so KD could care less. He don't care.
He could be that type of quarterback to get it.
But you hear what KD say? If Trey Lance come out and ball for the next 3 years, she ain't gotta pay he 250
Yeah, you got to
million
pay
guaranteed.
250
Exactly.
guaranteed.
And you're gonna have to.
You gonna have to.
The price for quarterbacks just went up. For a man that ain't play a whole season last year, ain't win no playoff games. What he got to show for himself, probably a Pro Bowl. That's about it. But we know his talent. Someone just had to give he 230 million guaranteed. What do you think that happened to Lamar? Like I said, what do you think that happened to Lamar that proven in the league, taking his team to the playoffs or MVP? You cannot get Lamar no less than 230 guaranteed. That's where I'm starting. If I'm Lamar, I'm starting at that salary. And then God bless, I hope for the Chargers and Burrow got add to 400 million. Anytime Burrow gonna win a Super Bowl, He done make the Super Bowl as a second-year player that coming off of ACL. Now, as me and KG were talking about today, them went there and just signed Lael Collins, them signed Alex Kappa, them signed another fella. So they got three linemen, plus Jonah Williams. If Joe Burrow lead his team back to the Super Bowl, he want 400 million when it's time to negotiate. He can check.
That's true. That's true.
I wasn't giving Donald $40. So that's what I'm saying. I in that predicament. But KG got Jalen Hurt. If Jalen Hurt somehow manages to hold that starter position and do well, he's not going to command all of that. But you just know the value of quarterbacks now gone up. Look at Stafford.
He can command 200 million.
He can't command that. He ain't do nothing for that. But look at Stafford. 4 years, 160 million. That's 40 million a year. But I don't think 160 is all guaranteed. It's not. But Stafford got a 40 mil because what? Ting got about what's his average? 5 years, 230 million. That's over 40 million.
Yeah, wait, stop. I out here talking about all these superstar quarterbacks. Cause gonna make the most money out of everybody.
No, he got 35 mil.
Yeah, 35 mil.
Put in capital. Put it all together.
No, I think he made 250 mil. All together.
All the contracts. Put them all together.
Yeah, 250
Yeah, when you put it together, yeah.
Well, it was 250 mil all together.
Ting got the highest cap.
And what has Cook done for me lately?
Or then again, that's what I'm telling you. If Cook could make it, Matt Ryan got cap hit of 45 million, but Matt Ryan cap hit of 45 million ain't a product or the contract is a product of all the restructuring them do in the years before. It finally piled up to Matt Ryan, and the Falcons could never say, we need to get rid of his old ass. They never said that, so guess what? They stuck with Matt Ryan on this last year. Kirk Cousins, stats are good, but he ain't win nothing. But that goes back to Deshaun. Stats are good, but he ain't win nothing. But he's 26 years old.
26
he's an elite talent, exactly. Mm-hmm. So, what you're going to really see in terms of quarterbacks, everybody want to do now. Everybody. I hear looking at Ting now.
Everybody want that elite quarterback.
So Stafford got the 4 years, 160. He got 60 million at signing. So 4 years, 160. He got 60 million at signing. So
because making some money too, boy. Jesus, right.
So contract notes. So Stafford 4 years, 160 million, 60 million signing bonus, total guarantees 130 million, guaranteed at signing 63 million. Mm-hmm. You can maneuver, you can work that out. We don't know if them front load the contract or back loaded or whatever.
Right.
But that's Deshaun, fully guaranteed.
That's what I'm saying. That's guns loaded. 5 years guns loaded. You can't do nothing with that. You can't touch Deshaun. He's untouchable.
Yep.
And if you touch him, he can laugh all the way to the bank.
He got no trade clause in that too?
Yep.
So yeah.
You see, so
who he agent is, buddy?
As Shane was saying, Cousins' contract is he do an extension. It was a 1 year extension, fully guaranteed for 35 million. He will make 40 million this season and 30 million in 2023. This contract includes 2 variable years to lower the cap number for the Vikings this season. So you see what they do? They add on 2 other years, even though he ain't gonna play there, to lower the cap. That's what the teams are doing. That's why when Deshaun was negotiating the contract, they only guaranteed the 3 years, so the 4th year and 5th year would be to help the cap. They would, but he wanted the 5 years to be all guaranteed. The Saints, the Browns budge. The Browns stuck with him. Problem is, if I was Deshaun Watson and I really wanted to win, I was coming out of the AFC. Because that fella named Josh Allen, he ain't going away easy. That fella named Mahomes, he ain't going away easy. That Russell Wilson, that Justin Herbert, that Joe Burrow, that Derek Carr with Devontae Adams, they ain't going away so easy. Mm-hmm. So we can see if Deshaun really a dog.
And the Bronx still a work in progress.
Well, they say it's dog pound. I don't know what kind of dog we got to see if there's a Rottweiler, a Poodle, a Shih Tzu, or a mutt that are going to garbage and take out your garbage and eat it at the side of the road. We got to see what kind of dog this Deshaun Watson is.
and we
They
still
got
believe,
no excuses now for sure. I'll tell you that.
None. I
and
mean,
we
No
you
still,
got
excuses now for sure.
and we still believe that the Bronx cuss. Eh? So I don't know. I think them cuss. I don't know if them could win a game with Deshaun or what. We gonna see. We gonna see. The shooter look like he having technical difficulties. He's stuck. But I don't know, KG. What's your take on the whole thing?
On Deshaun Watson,
Yeah.
I think it's a good trade for the Bronx. That's what they needed. They have the skill position players in place. They got a defense in place. They just needed that quarterback to take them over the top. Baker Mayfield wasn't going to do it. I mean, I think what they made the NFC Championship game that one year against the Chiefs.
And then the next year, everybody had him going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, next year everybody had them going to Super Bowl, and but they went for the better quarterback. Because I think we all said, and all analysts said that it's Baker or upgrade at quarterback. You ain't going for nobody lower. And that's what they did. They went for upgrade at the quarterback position. And who knows, Baker might end up in Houston or Indianapolis.
That's why I'm saying you're still. I mean, I know she was saying that Davis Mills. Everybody happy with Davis Mills, but I had a contradiction story to that. All year could have been a Poloy, but you still got Indy still need a quarterback. Saints still need a quarterback. Houston might still need a quarterback if you think about it. Seattle still need a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You might cheating. Yeah.
But no,
Yep. But you stick again.
yeah, Seattle inquired about Baker too, and they need quarterback still. You got Baker, you got Jimmy G, you got Matt Ryan. That's your three targets. Do you want Jameis Winston as a free agent? Do you want to gamble on Marcus Mariota? Or do you want to trade for Gardner Minshew? That's the question that, in my opinion, the Colts got the most difficult question there. The Colts and the Saints. Because their teams are ready to win. Who's leading them, though? We don't know who's leading the Colts. The Colts have been quiet in free agency. Quiet on the trade market. We haven't heard anything.
So are they really ready to win, or they ready to put the Ducks on a rookie?
But I kind of feel that with the Colts being so quiet, it makes me to believe that they are in on Jimmy G, but Jimmy G just ain't ready yet because of the surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's my thing about it. If you so quiet, the only person I could almost think about is Jimmy G because of the surgery. Is it, or like you could say, like probably could have been Matt Ryan because they were just waiting to see what's going on with Deshaun Watson. But it's gonna have to be one or two of them. Because if the Colts are making no moves, it got to be a quarterback that was on hold because of the Deshaun Watson sweepstakes, or a quarterback coming off of surgery, which is Jimmy G. So that leads me to say the Saints' two options are either Jimmy G or Matt Ryan. Which one gives them the best chance to win? Matt Ryan has a proven record. He's been to a Super Bowl. He lost, but he's been there. Same thing with Jimmy G. Both of them have been to the Super Bowl. It's, as KG would say, it depends on who fits the scheme right.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them are not that mobile. They're pocket passers, anticipation. They're kind of actually the same. Just Jimmy G's a younger version of Matt Ryan. They're kind of the same.
When you look at the Colts, right? You don't need a mobile quarterback. You got Raheem come a little backfield. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it'll be a good fit for both. It's just on the Colts to decide who they want. Do they want Matt Ryan, or they want the younger version of Matt Ryan, or the Jimmy G kind of game manager type? You know, Frank Reich looked like he want a quarterback that he can control. Because he had problems with Wentz, maybe. To me, Jimmy might be the perfect fit for that. Matt Ryan is what, 35, 36. Jimmy just turned 30. I don't know. If you mean you're looking to go out one and done, or you want to get a couple of years we could compete.
I think my only thing with Jimmy is, can he make it through the season?
True.
That's the issue I got with Jimmy. If I'm going for Jimmy, if I'm Chris Ballard, the GM, and I believe that Jimmy can do it, I traded for Minshew to be the backup because somewhere along the line during that season, somebody gonna have to step in and win some games for us and preserve Jimmy for the playoffs. I was trading for a viable backup because as good as Jimmy is, which I think he's a fantastic player in the scheme for San Fran, I think everybody in the building 100% certain that he don't play the 17 games. Plain and simple. You just call a spade a spade. Nobody believes that Jimmy gonna play 17 games. So if Jimmy is actually my answer, which is the Colts, I got no problem with that. But he's coming out for a surgery. He get a couple licks and sacks. He might get injured again. Let's just make sure I got a good fallback option, which is I'll probably like the same way Minshew stepped in for Jalen Hurts when he was injured.
Yeah,
I would have to get Minshew to do that too, or Mariota. I was signing Mariota to
Merida,
back up thing because I gonna need my second quarterback to win maybe two games to keep me in it.
Who the
Wentz
Colts
did
back
it.
up? Who the Colts back up on the wins?
I think they name. I think it
I don't
was
know.
I think his name started with a B.
I know it was one of them stupid little I think that Jacob Eason or one of them.
Jacob
Yeah.
Eason.
Yeah, because when Wentz was injured, they tried to reach out to Philip Rivers and those guys to come back. But Jacob Eason, them ain't gonna do the job for you. If I'm definitely bringing in two quarterbacks. I don't, if they're bringing in Jimmy, I'm fine with that.
I
But
suppose the
have to
Colts
bring-
ain't making it nice in free
exactly
agency.
with all that
With all
money.
that money.
And like I said, they still about the Colts. I bringing in Tyrann Matthew to come to help the back. I was signing Stephon Gilmore to lock down the corner. You got some people out there still. They lost Eric Fisher, which is the left tackle. You can sign Teron Armstead. You can sign. I would have tried to sign Lyle Collins. I don't. They had some receivers out there. They still. I just don't know because more Alec Cox. He's not there. I think they got Jack Doyle still, but from the same standpoint, are they just being quiet now because it was the first week of free agency? Are we going to see more activity in this second week? I would assume so because I think the Colts got what 60-something million cap. They got a lot of cap.
I think I said 72 million cap.
Exactly. So
A
they're
lot
gonna
of cap
have to.
space.
I believe they're gonna start to get active. There's still a lot of really good persons out there, so I believe they're gonna get active, and it's all good. I got no problem with the Colts. They are a team that's ready to win, but they're missing the key part, the most important person, the most important position. They
Correct.
unfortunately don't have it. Yep. Is it Jimmy G? Is it Matt Ryan? We know for a fact it's going to be one or two of them. There's nobody else that could help the Colts. Jimmy D and Matt Ryan. That's it.
They might
But-
shock us. They might shock us all.
But they still need
That's
they still need some skill position players on that team, man. Because other than Jonathan Taylor, who on their receiving core that actually
That's my
skilled?
thing too.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Pittman
Pittman
is
knows
good,
clear
but he's
you.
not number one. Yeah.
He's not number one. Who else? Is Pascal and
They got Paris Campbell, the
Paris
speedster,
Campbell? Exactly.
Zach Pascal. They are good option
Right.
2 and 3.
They don't have a solid number one to actually.
Are they going? Are they
game
going to use that first round pick and top tier wide receiver
They
coming
got
out
a
of the
first round
draft?
pick.
Oh crap! They give it away for this. So then that's another thing now. So from a Colts standpoint, they got the money. They just ain't doing nothing with it. If I'm Darius Leonard, I'll be furious. I go to Chris Ballard on Monday and say, you guys plan to help me or not?
He was done upset already when from the Wentz.
Yeah, because I think that's a third quarterback so far. What 3
Yeah,
years?
they keep rotating every year. He got a new
Keep rotating
quarterback.
There's no consistency.
So I don't know what's the plan going on for Indianapolis. When I look at the any news for them too, you hardly ever see any news on them. So I don't know. They're looking at the draft. I see no kind of the only news come from Indianapolis was the win street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
And then lose.
And then
lose
and they traded Rocky Austin for
yeah.
for Yannick Ngakoue. So
Exactly. Yeah.
they needed an edge rusher. They got Ngakoue. Fair enough. You could put him with Bucky and you got Leonard. But now you lose a corner. So who's your cornerbacks now? Kenny Moore?
I
Uh,
think Xavier Rhodes is a free agent. So
he's a free agent. So what the plan? You can't keep the money. You could roll it over, but that's about it. A team that ready to win don't roll over money to the next year.
exactly. So
So we gotta see.
I think they're in dire straits.
they ain't going nowhere.
I think they're in dire straits right now. I think the Wentz thing was a reaction. I think when they tried to go after Deshaun and the Texans was like, you gotta be crazy. I think they're in panic mode and
Could be.
they don't know what to
Could
do.
be.
And they don't know what to do.
But I think this week is a very important week. This week is a very important week because I actually think no, like you guys say that was Wentz the hold up for the Colts or was it Jimmy G's shoulder surgery? Let's see. Let's see
That's true.
what it is. It has to,
It,
in my eyes, it has to be one of
it's
them.
Jimmy G, right? It has to be. But I think it's Jimmy G.
It just got to be one of them. I don't know which one, but it got to be one.
He gonna get.
Sticking.
Yeah, I think it's either Jimmy G. Maybe they might go for Gardner Minshew. Somebody, I don't know.
I
They
don't
need
think, but gotta mention ain't it neither. He ain't proven. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We keep saying that they look like it's a team ready to win. But if you go after Gardner Minshew,
I don't think they're a team ready to win yet.
I don't think so either.
They ain't ready to. They ain't ready to win. The only thing they have is they got good players on defense. Maybe some good offensive good, players on defense, some good offensive linemen, but they don't have any skill position players on the offensive side other than Jonathan Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not like the more Ali Cox. He's a probably an okay tight end. He's not a great tight end. You know what I mean? Somebody you fear.
Right.
And we said before, those receivers, you don't fear any of those receivers. T.Y. Hilton, I think he's a free agent.
I
And
think
he's
he's a
probably
free agent.
what? He's probably up in age now.
32,
He's probably
32.
lost a step too. So they have to find somebody, and they don't have that first round pick to say they could actually draft a receiver, actually draft a quarterback.
Right.
So they're gonna have to figure something out.
That's what I think. And I think they might just step back and say them going into a rebuild mode. I don't know.
Because if you trade, because you traded Wentz for what? And you don't have a backup plan? What was your backup plan?
Not this, it could have been that you put nine eggs in to go after Watson.
Right, exactly. So what you should have done was hold on to Wentz and wait for his contract to up and see if you could get a quarterback later on.
I said I don't know if they got a plan, and I think right now in their little war room, they're scrambling. They got all this money, but don't know where to go with it. That's my take on the Colts. And I think they're gonna sit there and they're gonna be in that bottom of that division.
Because ain't no free agents, no quarterbacks that are gonna be free agents coming loose anytime soon. Everybody gonna be locked up by now. Gonna be locked up. Nobody letting go good quarterbacks. Team securing these good quarterbacks.
I don't know. They got the Saints. I know the Saints. They're trying to amend with Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston. Yeah. Might as well. That's the best option. But ever since that Deshaun Watson trade, I think everything went quiet after that, other than the Raiders. I think the Raiders made a little bit of noise too.
With what?
Other than getting Devontae Adams and they got somebody else. Can't remember.
Yeah, they signed somebody after Devontae.
Yeah.
They make some noise late in the ends there, and I think the biggest noise was the Devontae Adams. That was a shocker. I think that was a shocker to a lot of people. I mean, I always thought it was a link between Carr and Adams, but I think that was a shocker on the way how it turned out.
You guys hear me?
Mm-hmm. They get it.
Yeah.
Okay. Where we at now?
That
Talk
AFC
about,
West, that AFC
Adam.
West can be a tough division.
Yeah. and we
That's
have to
going to be a tough division.
play them.
We had to play him last year. I ain't happy. I ain't
What,
got to play him this year.
what we talking about? The Devontae Adams trade?
Yeah,
The
Devontae.
Devontae Adams to the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another powerhouse there.
Well, the whole division, as you say, is a powerhouse.
Because that's gonna be a solid. I mean, because you got Dan Waller, Hunter Brentford, now Devontae Adams, the Edwards fella. He could be a solid number two. You got Jacobs in the backfield. That division gonna be solid. I see the Chiefs looking up to the other teams right now.
Well, we got some news from out of Carolina again.
What is?
Just make another signing. Linebacker Corey Littleton, who played for the Raiders last year,
Yeah.
signs a 1 year, $2.6 million deal. We needed help on the linebackers position. We signed Eric Wilson from the Jaguars, who's a tackling machine, but not very good in coverage. Now Corey Littleton is opposite, very good in coverage.
Can't
So
tackle.
I know about the tackling so good, but I mean another good signing, value signing. So let's see how it goes there. I'll say. Well, what has your team? How free agency treating you guys?
Uh, been quiet. I mean, other than the Eagles released Fletcher Cox, then after signing back to a 1 year, $40 million deal. So I think that was about it. I think they brought back Boston Scott for probably a 2 year, $5 million deal. I think that was about it. I'm not sure if they're gonna keep Brandon Graham. I think they should get rid of Brandon Graham. But they get rid of Brandon Graham. He was a Super Bowl hero, but he's what 34, 35. Time to get rid of him now, man. They already signed Hassan Reddick. He's gonna be your edge rusher. They say he's gonna play linebacker. I mean, sure you could tell me, is he good at linebacker or what?
Oh,
Hassan Reddick.
you can play outside linebacker.
Is he good as an outside linebacker? But not as because they say. I mean, I don't see Jonathan. What he named Jonathan Gannon. I don't know his defense
The problem, the
if he plays a
problem with
pass
him,
rushing
the
linebacker.
problem, right? The problem with Reddick in Arizona was they used him in the middle. That's not his thing.
Right.
When he played on Phil Snow and Temple, he's an outside rusher.
Right. Outside rusher. Exactly.
He generates pressure. He's for the last 2 seasons, I think he's tied for like fourth in the league in terms of total quarterback
Right.
pressures.
So that's what I'm
The,
saying. They
the
need to
guy
have
is a
him.
monster on the
Yeah.
edge. You got to know how to use him.
Exactly.
Some people
So,
just can't get used right.
so I just hope they're using him as a pass rusher and not having playing fucking linebacker. You know what I mean? Because I hear on
I
the
mean,
radio they're saying that they ain't gonna look for linebacker in the draft because you already got linebacker in Hassan.
no, no, no,
Like,
no. They
what kind
can't
of
do that.
nonsense is that?
That don't
That
make
don't
no
make no
sense.
sense. You
That wouldn't make
understand?
much
So
sense.
yeah, exactly. So I'm saying they should
If
have
they
him
if
as
they're
a
saying if they're saying that means don't look for no outside linebacker because you got him,
maybe
but you guys still need inside
inside
linebackers.
linebacker. Exactly. We need. That's what I'm saying. We need an
Yeah,
inside linebacker.
that would be very stupid.
And if they don't, I can't see them leaving that first round. If they still have those 3 first round picks, I can't see them leaving that first round without drafting a linebacker.
Mm.
That would make sense. You see what the Bengals did in free agency and filling needs, filling the offensive line. That's what the Eagles need to do in the draft. I thought they would have actually tried to see if they could go after Miles Garrett. Not Miles Garrett, his name is Miles Jack.
Miles Jack, yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? You have maybe even bring back Jordan Hicks. But they wasn't able to do that. So hopefully you could either go for Devin Lloyd or the Dean guy. One of those guys. Those are the two top linebackers in the draft.
I think I should at least get one of them. At least
Yeah,
one.
yeah, you have to get one. You have to.
Yeah, you gotta have to.
You have to get one. So we'll see. I might be coming here after the draft making big freaking noise. Cause the Eagles he draft a linebacker in the first round, out of second round. So we'll see. Oh yeah, they also signed back Anthony Harris, the safety, to I
The
think to
safety.
a 1 year deal. Yeah. So I think that was about it.
Mm.
But nothing else.
Right, see, you know how the 49ers going on in the free agency so far. I know you talk about Chadarius. What you name is Chavi? What you
Chavarius
name?
Ward. Chavarius
What?
Ward. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that was our biggest signing so far. I mean, it was one of the key pieces that we know you needed to get. So I think that free up some draft capital for us. And I mean, we
Mm-hmm.
got a lot more picks than what we had going in. There's some wiggle room to do a lot of things. We can move up. We could sit in the positions in draft. Our late bloomers, like John Lynch has that tendency of drafting fourth, fifth, sixth runners and turn them into stars. Um, we pick up Ray Raven Club, special teams.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, we grab Odom, special teams again. So we're showing up a lot of depth, which is good. I think we need. I think we still need to go there and grab. I still would like for us to go after Tyrann Matthew. That would
Mm-hmm.
just solidify the secondary for me. You know what I'm saying? Um,
And that's a crazy thing about it. There's still so much talent in the free agency pool. Still
yeah, it's still a lot. I mean, a lot of people
a
ain't signed
lot.
yet. You know what I'm saying? Bobby Wagner out there still. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people still out there, and it's crazy how the first week kind of just slide with them under the radar, and we already picking up dead pieces, which I'm glad we don't. One thing about Lynch and Shanahan, they don't jump at the big names.
But you guys don't need that because your
Right.
teams, you got a winning team there. You need to have depth in terms of you get some bad unforeseen injuries. But you
Right.
guys set in terms of most of the starters. About 90% of your starters usually set every year.
So
True.
when you look at our team from 2021 season,
Mm.
our biggest weaknesses was our secondary. We addressed that, right? Chavarius Ward, no, you got Eman mostly on the second side. We still got two safeties while the top who weren't bad. But I think one of them have to go because it take him a lot of cap space. And I think if we slide now Matthew into our scheme, that aggressiveness, how he could play down in the box like a Jamal Adams type, and his coverage skills, his ball skills, that would just solidify our secondary. And then one of the biggest weaknesses we had was special teams. And what we do right now, I think the last three signings we had are special teamers. Riri,
Hmm.
Odom, and I forget whoever else. But we got special teams people know that we signed to help us out special teams. We tried to put this damn team together to win this fucking Super Bowl. We've been there too much. I tasted too much on my tongue. The tip of my damn tongue, I taste it. I can't get it. I want to feel it, I want to squeeze it. And it's little pieces like that. You know what I'm saying? No, is Trey gonna take us over the top and do that? Or are we gonna slide Jimmy back in for another run with Trey backing him up again? So when Jimmy go down, Trey can step in and still remember my Trey Lance is only 21 years old. I still don't want to forget that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I say he's only 21 years old. You still got a rumor out there with the Tom Brady nonsense still going on. It's still a big talk. It's still a big talk. You know what I'm saying? So no, but again, it's still young, right? Week 1 in the books. Tomorrow, week 1 will be in the books.
In the books.
In the
Right?
books. Yeah.
Week two would start. Everybody thought that once Deshaun Watson got traded, Jimmy will be out the door quick. Nah. So
Well,
they say we looking at Scotland too.
for
Valdez
Marcus
Scantling.
Yeah.
Valdez
Mhm.
Scantling.
I don't know where we're gonna put him, but because them really love Joanne Jennings, and them saying he back. So you got Debo, Ayuk, um,
Jennings.
Jennings. Now you're bringing in Scotland. So again, more depth or more special packages. Shanahan is a man of packages, so you never know. Oh, they were saying we need to get one more tight end to complement Kittle, which I agree.
True.
So we'll see. But I mean, I go like patient. I've learned under these guys the last 2-3 years, they don't jump for the big names, and they haven't
No, not
disappointed. Right? They haven't disappointed in the draft. So all my faith is in my front office. I'm saying they might have draft nothing but stars. So I ain't got no problem with what they're doing. Some of the fans are going crazy. Oh, why we didn't sign this person? Oh, why we didn't sign that person? Because we ain't got a damn money.
Yeah, but you don't need to though. I mean, your team,
Right.
your starters, your depth charts are already solid. I
Yeah,
like you just said, all you need is just depth pieces.
exactly.
but the damn fans don't like big names. You see?
But who you want to really go for? You know what I mean? Who you want to really go for?
I don't know. They just see it's like I reading a blog, they're seeing like the Devontae Adams going off the board. They're like, oh wait, I said why? We don't need him. We got Devo, we got you. We don't need a Devontae Adams 30-year
Yeah,
old
but he
paying
ain't
two
coming a
million.
lot of money.
Exactly. They don't understand that.
Why
So
would I sign? Why would I sign Devante
You got two young receivers there.
when you
two
when
young
you
receivers
got
are rookie
horses
contracts.
that know how to? But no, they fit the scheme to what
They
they're
fit the scheme
doing.
too. Exactly.
You don't have to force feed them the ball. They got players that require them the ball. You don't. Debo is on number one.
Yep.
You don't need to go and try to do. There's certain schemes that you would have to change to accommodate people. Don't matter who they are, but Debo or you work well in tandem. You don't have to change nothing after that. You don't have to try and get a Devonta Adams to make that thing better. It's nice. And
Right.
you
That's what
guys
I
are
said.
good.
Yeah. So like I said again, or number one signing in the draft was Travis Ward. Big signing for that. Handle the secondary. And the next three signings after that was our special teams, which is again adjusting our weakness in special teams. So now what I mean for us when we go into the draft, we don't have a first round. We don't need to have a first round now because we adjust our needs. Unless we
Yep.
see somebody who sneak in there that journalists in love with and we say, yeah, come for a second, third, and they say we just jump there, grab this dude. But we have 1 second round, 2 thirds, 2 fourths, a fifth, 2 sixths, or 3 sevens. You know what I'm saying? We could do a lot of damage still with picking up talent.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to see us pick up some. I want to see us pick up some depth at offensive line. We need to I think we need to re up another D lineman because we let go. DJ Jones was let go, so Kinlaw have to fall in that place. But you obviously have to be prepared for injury. And again, the 49ers love to have enough defensive linemen that it could sub out at every down.
Rotate.
Yeah, we could rotate them at every. So our defensive line was always fresh. You know what I'm saying? Always. So we saw the Bosa you're never missing because here comes a Ibukum or Arden Key. You know, and as soon as you get a first rush after them, here comes Bosa back in again. So it's like that. So now we got Bosa, Armstead, Kinlaw, and Ibukum on the outside, and then you rotating Arden Key, Cantavia Streets, Givens, and we got another guy that could rotate again. Offensive line, we lost Thomason. We got two workhorses that we drafted last year in Jalen Moore and Aaron Banks, monsters, big guys. So I would like to see us now draft maybe another guard. We gotta start looking at center because Alex Mack up there in age. We gotta start looking at left tackle because what he named up in age too. But I mean, them guys could play forever. They love what they're doing. They like Staley. Staley played till he was 35. So we'll see. But I happy all the way we going right now. I'm glad we ain't reach for nobody. We ain't spend no whack of money. Everybody contract was reasonable. We ain't gonna buy no record guaranteed money. And we still gotta pay. We still want to extend Debo. We still want to extend Bosa. So them guys have to be extended. If we don't want to go into next year and have to pay them, we want to be extending them this year.
I'll guarantee one thing. Debo ain't making nothing short of 20 mil a year.
I know.
Thanks to Christian Cole.
Yeah, and Bosa ain't making no cheap money there because somebody I guess signed some big contract that they did too.
Yeah, Bosa don't command $100 million
Max Crosby.
Yeah, Max Crosby had big money.
Yeah, so the money keep going up.
Thank you, other fellows, for making the cap go up so that we gotta pay people more money now.
Oh, no, right?
Much
So
appreciated.
imagine when the time comes to sign the Van Smith.
Exactly. At that point, it might be 30 million a year.
He's on bread.
So
Cause he ain't like he gonna go on a decline right now. You know what I mean?
No, he got his ceiling yet. He got to go up. He got to come up.
Exactly. So it's like we can have to give 25-30 million a year.
And that's the thing. That's the thing with me too. Is like Debo ain't reached his ceiling. I don't think. You can't reach the ceiling. I saw the flashes what he did in the last 5-6 games of the season,
Right.
and that was with a quarterback that really can't put the ball down the field.
Right.
So now you give it. So here comes Trey. Trey got a zip. What we are calling Madden a bazooka.
Bazooka arm.
Bazooka arm. You know what I'm saying? So now you're gonna see these guys. They loan for yard after the catch, but don't ever get fooled that they can't burn you down the field.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And again, you know you're putting that extra umph in the game where you don't got worry. You got to worry about people used to fear Jimmy. Play him up close, play him in the box. You play Chillax in the box, and when them receivers get loose down the line, that's it. Eh?
Yeah, that ball going on the line.
Yeah, Kittle get loose down the seam, that's it. Eh?
Mm-hmm.
And you play too far back, you got to worry about the running backs coming out of the backfield like them crazy. So
and I guess with him being able to sit behind Jimmy for a year, he was able to sit alone. You know what I mean? So I wasn't surprised.
Right, not only sit behind Jimmy for a year, but this is Kyle Shanahan's first quarterback that he get to mold
and groom it.
And groom. He never mold and groom no quarterback. But every quarterback that he played with had successful seasons. Every last one of them, no matter who they were. Matt Ryan, Kirk Cousins, RG3, and Garoppolo. You know what I'm saying? So now he molding this Frankenstein how he wanted to come out.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna be something deadly to me. But we gotta see. Time will tell. He's 21.
I think so. I watched him. You see the raw potential in him.
The raw potential. You see the potential. You see the skill set.
And I hope is the same. We have the same outcome like Big Dick Josh. Yeah, Big Dick Josh first year was raw all over the place. The only difference was that he started as a rookie.
You wanted like Mahomes. I remember Mahomes sat for a year and come out the next year and he was MVP.
That's true too.
You know what I mean? You wanted like Mahomes. That's what you wanted.
Mahomes sat for that year.
If he come out like Mahomes, you set.
Yeah.
You set for the next 10 to 15 years.
Exactly, at least.
So
that's it, because
that's what you hope for.
His rookie contract gonna be up when he's 24. You know what I'm saying? We saying for another 5, give that 5 years, whatever the price gonna be that time, 400 million.
Maybe 50 million by then.
You know what I'm saying? So that's 29 again. You know what I'm saying? I can sign him again after that. I literally have my own Tom Brady if he's that good, playing till he damn near upper 30s.
Yep.
And the NFC is wide open. So if Trey Lance if he could just play probably somewhat at a Pro Bowl level, are you gonna be good?
Yeah. I think if he could give us what Jimmy gave us with that extra over the top, that's automatic Super Bowl, I think. That's automatic Super Bowl. So, but time will tell. We'll see. We still got the second week of free agency coming up. We'll see what happened here. I mean, everybody gearing up now. Waiting on the Colts, waiting on the Saints. Who else waiting on? Colts, the Saints got a bust a move. Houston might still bust a move.
Probably the Seahawks.
Seahawks might do something. Even though I've heard that they kind of want to go get a rookie. And Malik Willis, I've been hearing.
Probably.
But I still think there's a team. I mean, they're selling the farm. You know, they rebuilding. They're gonna rebuild. I don't think they be rebuilding. I don't think them. And they got rid of all the big stars. They got rid of. So.
Well, Adams and Quandre still there. I mean.
Yeah, but you couldn't get rid of them. Them are just saying big deals.
Yeah, they
just resigned Diggs 3 years for $2 million. I don't know why you do that if you got Jamal Adams signed, but they're gonna have to treat Jamal Adams. He ain't gonna stay there. He gonna get very frustrated very fast when I win. So no Bobby Wagner, no Dunlap, no Russell Wilson. He ain't gonna stay there too long.
Right. And that line need help. That line need a lot of help.
Yep.
So we'll see what I do. So
time for the Panthers. No. We got the Panthers now.
Wait, what happened?
We got the Panthers now.
What happened?
We got a lot of time for the Panthers.
What happened? Are you looking at the news?
No. It's my turn.
What?
My turn.
Are you looking at the news? There's something happened.
No.
That's what I'm thinking.
No. We got to talk. So, this are all the Panthers fans. Yes, we didn't get Deshaun Watson. Yes, we wanted a franchise. But Scott Einstein Fitterer is walking that roster. And I must say, if I had Deshaun Watson, I'd be happy. I didn't have him. I thought I'd be sad. But he's using the money the right way. The Panthers have an excess, a lot of needs, and he is actually doing it the right way. Kudos to Scott Fitzer, and what I'm hearing out of Carolina is Matt Rule now has a more open approach and open mind to listening to his staff. The first 2 years, it was always is his way or the highway. Now them slapping him in the mouth and tell him shut up. You listen to what we got to say, or else we slap you again. So Matt Rule is now not making no decisions. Scott Fitzer is doing it. And when you look at what the Panthers doing so far, there we lost Riddick. That's a huge one. But let me just go through a few persons that we get. We got a Rams high level right guard, Austin Corbett, who the Rams were dying to resign, but they didn't have the cap for it. We signed Corbett to a 3-year, $30 million deal, which I thought was very, very good. And then turned around and signed a Ravens center, Bradley Bozeman. So now, Taylor Morton, Corbett, and Bozeman. The right side of the line is very good. Now, what is we're trying to get Dwayne Brown, the Pro Bowl, the 5-time Pro Bowl left tackle. If we can get him, then you got Eflin and Brady Christensen, which I think Brady Christensen is a real good player. He can develop into a really good player. Your biggest weakness was your line. Scott Fitzer is paying attention to his line. The line is actually going to be a lot better this year than last year. So I'm very happy with that. Scott Fitzer. We lost Daquan Jones. We got a familiar face, Matt Ioannidis. KG would know about Ioannidis because he played in his division. He's a very underrated player. 2 years ago, he had 8 sacks out of the defensive tackle. The year before that, he had another 8 sacks. He had 16 sacks in 2 years. Last year, he was more on a rotational piece because you got everybody on the line in Washington. You got almost 30 people on the play on the line. But we got him, which we think that's a steal. We also signed Johnny Hecker, the punter. Our special teams, as bad as the offensive line was, I think the special teams are even worse. We couldn't kick nothing properly. So we got Zane Gonzalez and Johnny Hecker. That becomes a strength. We just signed Corey Littleton, and we just signed Eric Wilson, a tackling machine. That's going to help Shaq Thompson, which I think is very good. We signed the second coming of Derrick Henry, Donta Foreman. He going to bully everybody down the field. We just button down the field. Then we took care of our own. We signed back. We signed DJ Moore to a great extension, which he deserved. And then we just signed back Dante Jackson, 3 years, $35 million, average at $11 million, which is good. I am actually really liking what the Panthers are doing. Now it's giving them a chance to see you could pick whoever you want with that number 6 pick. It don't have to be unnecessarily. You don't have second and third round picks. You need to trade back. But we know one thing is for sure. The Panthers will draft a quarterback. I'll tell you that. I just don't know when. I don't think it was number 6. I think from what I'm hearing, David Tepper is still in love with Kenny Pickett. Frig the hand size. I don't want to hear nothing about no hand size. Drew Brees ain't got no big hand either, but he turned out to be a Hall of Famer.
Exactly.
I don't care about no hands. I don't care about no hand size. If the plan is to get Pickett, then you trade back to about 13, 14. Pickett ain't going no higher than that. Trade back and get second and third round picks. And draft Kenny Pickett or Desmond Ridder. I think Malik Willis going to go in the top 12. I think so. Either Atlanta or Seattle, as you're saying, Shane.
Yeah,
He going to go to one of them.
He ain't get past yet.
I don't think he passing 10. The quarterbacks ain't that good, but we know it's the most precious prioritized position in the NFL. He ain't passing one of them. We will get Pickett or Desmond Ridder. And I don't know if he's going to start. But from a signing standpoint, I actually really like what the Panthers are doing. I was happy to come on the show and talk about that. I said, when the show started, I said, I'll talk about this when you guys are here. The signings are all actually really good signings. It fills a lot of needs. Oh, and we signed Xavier Rhodes, the safety. Very good safety, played, had 112 tackles last year. He missed a game. Must have missed 4 snaps for the entire season. Very reliable. He picks balls. He plays free safety. Jeremy Chin could come down in the box. Very, very good signing. There was talk that we might sign Tyrann Matthew, but I don't think that's gonna happen. The only thing we actually need now is we need more bigger bodies up on the defensive line. We don't have big bodies. We got Brian Bones. The grown Brian Bones is not a big body. We can't stop the run because we ain't got no big bodies. We need strong defensive ends. I heard them say we might try to go after Clowney. That'd be a very good pickup. But I don't know how much he gonna want. But I was happy to come here and say that I actually like what the Panthers are doing. Matt Fool is actually not a fool. He's a mime right now. He can't say nothing. He don't make the calls. Tepper and Federer making them calls. So good job. And Macadoodoo, he got a lot of help. Let's see what Macadoodoo do. And remember Macadoodoo, he watching basketball.
Yo,
Man,
I'm a big white fella there, big and tall. Yo, what he playing basketball for?
I know he watching basketball. I know.
What the nonsense.
Ben McAdoo.
I'm gonna lose.
Ben Mac- I listen to
That's
him.
for my brackets.
I listen to you there.
No, Ben McAdoo was actually the one that said that Mahomes and Deshaun Watson and Josh Allen were the prizes of the draft. So he has an eye for talent. Let me see what quarterback he gonna pick. Cause he's a coordinator. He gotta work with a quarterback. So I applaud. I give the Panthers a clap. We walking. We walking. We moving.
I like to see that.
But I mean, that ruling going nowhere then.
They had actually say, right, if the Panthers had get Deshaun Watson, he would have get fired because the pressure was on him to win. No, is actually he's not. He ain't hogging the control like the first 2 years. They say he actually more relaxed and open to the suggestions from he take. You remember when he had just come, he bring everybody from Temple and Baylor.
Yep.
He could control that. He can't do it now. He got wealth of experience on his team now from all kind of people. They say he more open, and from what I heard in the draft, he might even be picking the player in the draft. Federer and Tepper and them other fellas might be picking the thing, and he might have to say, okay, good, let's go with that. So that's good. That's what he need to do. Shut up and just go to the corner. Just stay out there. Leave the other people do it. We got Steve Wilkes. We got Phil Snow. You got, even though I don't like McAdoo, he's a good eye for quarterback talent. You got people now. And I like what they're doing with the signing. If we had signed Deshaun Jackson, I would be happy, but the team would have gotten broken up more. We didn't get him. They're using the money the right way, and I'm happy for that. If I can go through my whole lineup now, if McCaffrey get injured, you got Dante Foreman and you got Chuba Hubbard. You got your wide receiver. We signed Rashad Higgins from Cleveland, a good possession runner. That's good. You got DJ Moore, Robert Anderson, you got Higgins, you still got Terrace Marshall. The line is actually better. You can't stop the right side now. Okay, you got Bradley Bozeman, top-notch center, Austin Carver, top-notch right guard, Taylor Morton, top-notch right tackle. They were trying to get Lyle Collins, but we missed out on him. He went to Cincinnati. So be it. If you get Dwayne Brown, that's a Pro Bowl player. He may be a little older now, but he could still hold his own. He could teach Brady Christensen. So we're doing stuff. The defensive line, Matt Ioannidis, is actually going to pair up well with Derek Brown. We need somebody to help Brian Bones off the edge. We look at that. Linebacker, we just get Corey Littleton. What I'm seeing here, he's very good in coverage, but he had a bad spell in Oakland, in Las Vegas. Let's see if we can change it around. Eric Wilson, he's a tackling machine. Cornerbacks, Dante Jackson, J.C. Hahn, C.J. Henderson. I could roll with that. Safeties, Jeremy Chin, Xavier Rhodes. I like the team. The team is there. The team is there. I like what the Panthers are doing. Yes?
But it's the coaching there. You can put it's like chess up on it. You can put all the pieces in place.
That is true. That is true. So I call him Macadoodoo. Let me see if I gotta put on another do on it or take off the do. It could either be Macadoo or Macadoodoo. We're gonna have to see. And then we're gonna have to see if it's Phil Snow or Phil Sun. Because it might be hot or he might be cold. And don't get me started on Matt Rule. I ain't talking about Matt Rule tonight.
But
I'm done with he. I'm done with he.
All right.
Let's see what happens there.
We gotta see.
But I'm kind of eager to see like where we go now with the number 6. We could still take up our Charles Cross or the Ikenu fellow if he dropped. Or we could go for a quarterback. I don't think we should go for if the Panthers want to take a quarterback with their first pick, it should not be at the number 6 pick. That's a reach. You have to trade back and pick up some picks for the second and third round. If you come up with that draft for the first and second, no third, no fourth, fifth, I good with that. I good with that. They said the Patriots, they had a simulation there, and they said the Patriots were willing to give up their first round pick, their second, their third, and a second next year for our number 6 pick. But the Panthers would drop to like number 21.
Wow.
The problem is dropping all the way to number 21. Does the Panthers want to take that big of a fall? I don't think they would trade down to the 20s. I think the farthest the Panthers would go back is about 15 or 16. I think that's the farthest. But if I could go from number 6 to number 10, trade back, and then trade back from number 10 to 14, I would do that. Because you're picking up picks. And you draft your quarterback, Pickett or Ridder. I like 2 of them. And then you get your line, you get another edge rusher, you get whoever, and we good. And look, when you look at it, the Falcons ain't nobody in that division. The Saints, we don't know who the quarterback is. They're going to have to break up that team soon because of cap. How long Brady going to really play for? The team ain't the same as last year. We got a chance to kind of stick around. Get the ship sailing right, and then you're in prime position for the future. I'll be happy. I don't want to be coming on a show grouchy and hiding my face and putting a bag over my head and them kind of stuff. I can't do that no more. So, I'm kind of excited. They make me excited now to see what these Panthers gonna do. I'm excited, partner. I'm excited.
We hope the second week of free agency treats you right.
We do a lot of signings. We do ever since Deshaun Watson said no to Carolina. We are on a signing spree.
Well, it should. Right? It's pretty same.
Well, we had the money. We just had wanted for Deshaun.
Right.
No, look here. Who does sign somebody 9:30 on a Sunday night? The league office ain't open, but we signing people. Next, the second week, you see a lot more value signings. You don't see big, so you see a lot of the Panthers could still get edge rusher, could get another defensive tackle. Let's see where we go. I like what we're doing, though. It makes me actually have some more spirit for the season ahead. I ain't a slouch. I ain't grumpy no more. I actually like the stuff that happening, and we ain't killing our cap either. Yep. Everybody is good. Xavier Rose, 26. Carbon, 26. Bozeman, 27. D-Jacks, 26. You fitting in with the youth. Iodine 28. We good. I like it. So, like you say, let's see how the week go. Monday, see what happens. Tuesday, we'll be back on the air. We'll see if we make any signings for those 2 days. But I'm good. I'm happy.
Yes, sir. Let's see what Tyrann Matthew going to end up. I would like to see him in the red and gold.
How much more safeties you want? You got one
them. Yeah, but them can't stand the field.
Oh.
Them can't stand the field. We have a rookie last week, Hafunga. I love Hafunga.
Yeah.
But again, you know what I'm saying? I have a depth, you know. I have a depth that we can't
Suppose he goes Cincinnati to pair up with just a beat.
Yeah.
No.
Exactly. He want to win. He ain't going on no stupid team. Right. He want to win. He go on Cincinnati to pair up just a beat there. You got to look where you're throwing that ball. So we'll see how it goes. I'm sure he'll sign this week or there's still. I look at the list of free agents left. There's so much talent out there still.
Imagine a man like Tyrann still out there.
I still trying to figure out what the Colts are going to spend this week soon. I feel so. They're going to just like 10 signings in one day. Sign up everybody.
Yeah.
Unless them holding that cap from Matt Ryan with he fought a $4 million cap hit. Got to be.
Matt Ryan, fucking.
How they going to have to eat a cap?
Well, they better start spending.
No, I mean they're going to have to eat Matt Ryan cap with them trade fees, so they must have holding the cap space for that.
That's why I wasn't going for that. I'd have taken 20 for Jimmy instead of the 40.
I don't know what I'm doing. Hopefully by Tuesday we got a clear path of what going on with some of these teams.
We gotta see.
We'll see.
All right, guys. We wrap it up here. We'll keep our ears down. I to the phone. See what's going on. Deshaun Watson off the board, so that was the big one.
That was the big one.
That's the
That was
big
the
one.
that was
domino.
the last big movie.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Right? That's a big one.
Let's see which dominoes falls. No, which domino falls next.
Yes, sir. All right. So we see y'all again on Tuesday with more
Yep,
free
yep.
agency news, any more breaking news, and let's see if Sheedy stay in his good mood. Going on into
Yeah,
the
in a good mood now.
in a good mood now. You'll see he's in a good mood.
Keep
I ain't
pounding. Keep
I,
pounding.
I ain't seen him this happy for the tennis season start last year.
Keep pounding. Keep pounding.
All right, guys.
All
All
right.
right.
Yes,
All right,
man.
peace.